If you're looking for more, you're about to get it. Good morning, YouTube. What's up, everybody? I hope you're safe and healthy and happy and doing okay. If you stay up to date on my videos, then you know that I am currently training for the Chicago Marathon, and that means that I have been using a lot of easy day / recovery day shoes as of late. Because I've been kind of taking a break from speed work, it's been sort of nice because I get to try all of these longer run easy day shoes that I normally don't run very much in. And as you know, I've been using the Nike Invincible quite a bit, but I have also been using the New Balance Fresh Foam More V3. This is not normally the type of shoe that I gravitate towards. It's a little bit big and bulky and kind of just, it's a lot going on. I used to be the cushion queen. Like, you could literally not get enough cushion under my foot. In fact, I probably would have worn this and been like, not cushioned enough. But let me tell you, this is hella cushioned, and we're gonna talk all about that today. But first, of course, you gotta sit through the run footage. It's only right. Before we get started today, I do want to let you know that this shoe was sent to me by Running Warehouse and New Balance. However, neither company is telling me what to say. They're not paying me to make this video, and all of my opinions are my own. The New Balance Fresh Foam More V3 is 8.8 ounces for a women's size 8, but for my size 10.5 women's, this shoe came in at 10.1 ounces. So a little bit heavy, but for honestly all of the shoe that you're getting here, I thought it would be worse. It has a 4mm drop with 38mm of stack in the heel and 34 in the forefoot. And for me, the New Balance Fresh Foam More V3 is true to size. But we're gonna get to a little bit of that coming up right now. The New Balance Fresh Foam More V3 is utilizing an engineered mesh here. It's pretty structured, which does help with lockdown, but I didn't find it to be super breathable. If we go to the midfoot, you'll see that we have a big New Balance logo acting as an overlay. And then you also have these little blue dots, which I think are 3D printed onto the shoe. And that just helps to give the midfoot even more structure. Moving to the back, the heel counter is extremely sturdy and it has a stitched on overlay to create even more rigidity. So for me, and I think for others, your ankle and your heel will be held in place. Like I said, this upper really isn't super breathable. It's pretty hot here in New York currently, and I do find my foot getting a little bit hot in there. It's not the worst, but something that I definitely did notice, and I wish that it was slightly better in terms of breathability. Now, in terms of fit, I did give this a true to size because I had the perfect amount of room lengthwise in the toe box. But what I will say also is that the shoe is pretty wide in my opinion. So while I have a narrow foot and it's not perfect for my foot, I don't have any problems with it. I just have like a little bit of extra room. But if you're a person who has a wide foot, then you might actually like the way this feels. The laces are thin, somewhat stretchy, stay tied, no problems with them. The tongue is extremely padded, very comfortable. And it's not gusseted, but I don't think the shoe suffers from it. I think this upper is super comfortable. I do like the way the material feels on top of my foot. And I think the wideness is gonna help a variety of different kinds of runners with different foot types to be able to get in here and enjoy this shoe as well. I didn't have any issues with hot spots, blisters, or irritation, and I gotta say, I'm a fan. I'm a fan of this upper. Moving to the midsole. You got Tons of Fresh Foam X under your foot, more than you could ever imagine or ever desire. It's all here. It's like they took the entire Fresh Foam X factory and shoved it under your foot. I'm not complaining because it feels incredibly soft, incredibly comfortable. I mean, it is just like running on a pillow. It truly feels so good. Another thing that I like about this shoe a lot is that I do actually feel somewhat of a rocker technology here. I feel like I am getting a little help from the shoe when getting into my next stride. And that's great. Definitely not something I expected from this shoe. And it reminds me of Hoka's. Although, like I have mentioned in recent videos, I feel like in Hoka's, I'm feeling that like Meta Rocker technology less and less and less. This kind of reminds me of what it used to be. Now, I wouldn't say the shoe is incredibly responsive. You're not going to get a ton of bounce in the midsole, but you are going to get a lot of protection, a lot of cushioning, which is exactly what you need on a longer, easier run or just a day where your legs feel totally trashed. I think this is like the #1 shoe to grab in that sense. I have no doubt that this shoe can go double digit, triple digit if that's what you're into runs. I just feel like it's going to be a solid, hefty, bulletproof shoe. All right, maybe not bulletproof, but pretty durable. I also really like that the platform is stable. If I turn the shoe over, you'll see it's pretty wide. It's a wide footprint like some other Hoka's are. This gives people who have overpronation problems the ability to enjoy this shoe. I've been using the Invincible from Nike and the More V3 for the majority of my runs recently. And while I like them for different things, I do like the stability of this shoe a lot better. While I would say that the ride of this shoe isn't as exciting as maybe the Invincible with the Zoom X foam underneath, I still really enjoy running in this shoe. And I'm not sure, I'm still torn on, I have a 10-mile run on Sunday when you're watching this video, if you're watching it when it first drops. And I'm not sure if I'm gonna wear the More V3 or if I'm gonna go with the Invincible, still determining it. Now, when I'm thinking about this shoe and what to compare it to, one specific shoe comes to mind. And that is the Bondi 7. Two extremely big max cushion shoes. And I would say when I put these on side by side, if we're judging uppers, this is a bit more narrow than this. And I would also say that the More V3 feels lower to the ground oddly, but it feels a lot more cushioned. And the Bondi feels maybe a bit more responsive, a little bit firmer. You're still gonna get protection, but it's just not the same softness and same cushy sensation that you're gonna get in the More V3. The Bondi used to be my favorite recovery day shoe, but honestly, I think the More V3 is now. The one negative I would say is that for me, it does kind of feel like a big shoe, a little bit bulkier, whereas something like the Invincible doesn't quite feel that way. It feels a little bit more nimble and what's the word? Fitted to my foot, I guess. It's not a big enough deal to where I wouldn't pick this up. If you are looking for a recovery day, long day, easy day shoe for your rotation, please do not overlook the Fresh Foam More V3. I think you will really enjoy it. And from the other YouTubers that I've seen, Kofuzi, who just did a great comparison of this shoe and the Invincible, and Believe in the Run, they feel the same. They were pleasantly surprised as I was about this shoe. And I want you guys to try it and also be pleasantly surprised. The outsole of the Fresh Foam More V3 is using what I believe is some rubber in the forefoot and some also in the heel. Those are the blue spots that you see, with some New Balance ground contact foam for the exposed parts to have a bit more durability. So far, I'm not finding any issues with the durability and the outsole of the shoe. I have a tiny bit of wear in the forefoot on that rubber area, but really nothing to complain about. I have about, I don't know, maybe over 10 miles in the shoe. And to my surprise, the exposed foam really is holding up fine. I've taken this shoe on some wetter days, some dry days, you know, the whole deal, gravel, grass, concrete, you name it. And it has held up just fine, no problems there. I'm hoping that the outsole will last as long as what I think the midsole and the upper will. My fingers are crossed, but that's definitely gonna be something I'm gonna be taking a look at. The New Balance Fresh Foam More V3 is $164.95 on runningwarehouse.com. That's a little high in price in my opinion. I think we could have at least done a $150 here at New Balance. It is a lot of shoes, so I do understand kind of like the reasoning behind the pricing. A little bit expensive, but I do think that it is worth it if you're looking for a top tier, easy day, cushy shoe. If you're interested in picking up a pair, I'll put a link in the description of this video. Click that link and pick up your own pair. Keep in mind, this is an affiliate link with Running Warehouse. However, that doesn't mean much for you. It just helps out my channel so I can keep trying these shoes and figuring out who the cushion king is. It's the More V3. But again, I can't stress enough, if you're looking for a cushy shoe, something that you're not really gonna care how much it weighs, you just want it to be soft and make your foot feel beautiful and happy and like it's gonna sing, then I would take a look at this shoe and probably buy it. I can't wait to put more Chicago Marathon training miles on it and really put it to the test. Well, everybody, that concludes my first run impressions of the New Balance Fresh Foam More V3. It's a mouthful. If you enjoyed this video, please like it down below and subscribe. When you're done with all that, hit that notifications bell so you can find out every time I upload a new video. I'm the Cushion King now. I have some more videos for you next week, but in the meantime, get out there, get on the grind, and don't forget to run like heller. See you next time. I guess editing is kind of boring to them. Sure seems that way.